hail Biafran. This is Biafran Liberation Army Network coming to you again. Please do subscribe, like, share, and comment.
Now, what is all this nonsense? Okay, Nkere, make your rest now, Or get a bunker, one name, What's going on? Make una rest. I beg, make una stop this nonsense and rest. Akbarawa, what's going on? Okay. Make we hear their presidential emergency meeting. State of emergency meeting. God. What's going on with these guys? Okay, make we hear them. Listen to the acting prime minister. Hi, God, my God, Biafrans. If you guys fall for this nonsense, then you are really very, very foolish and stupid. But just listen.
Prime Minister to the stage for his emergency media press briefing.
Okay.
To the Biafran people. Honorable APM, you're welcome on stage. Biafrans have been waiting ceaselessly to hear from you.
Hold on there, you say Biafrans has been waiting. Who be the Biafrans? When done they wait? How many millions of Biafrans? When done they wait? Akbarawa say Biafrans done they wait. Sonny Akbarawa, he say Biafrans they wait. Who be Biafrans when they wait for you? Now who be the Biafrans when they wait for you? Hi, Atalamshe. This is the problem. Obatobie, please, when you come in, please, Big Biko, we must put some order in this government. That something like this can never happen again. Please, Obatobie, I know you are watching. I know you are seeing everything that is going on. I understand that some of the laws in the Western world is okay. You cannot be on those social media platforms to comment or act on it, but you have the liberty to observe. Obatobe, please, going forward, when you return, we don't want this mistake to happen again. I call this a blind spot matrix. We never saw it coming. A black hole in the government. We never saw it coming. But let's continue. Make we hear them.
To the stage, APM. They will come here.
Thank you very much. Honorable of Information, Mazi Sonny Akbarawa. Thank you, fellow Biafrans, from wherever you are watching from. Thank you for tuning in. For those that don't have opportunity to watch this live briefing update, tomorrow you will definitely do so.
Hold on there. You're not looking happy. Why now? You're looking sad. What do you know that we don't know? You're looking downcasted. You're looking pale. You're looking sad and frightened. Something that make you vex. You have this fear, this phobia. Ujo in your mind. What's going on? Okay, Nkere, Isaiah, Anogo. One how you day now? What did happen? God. Hi, Obatobi, I'm so sorry. Simon Ekpa, I am so sorry. I never knew this was happening in your government. Let's continue.
Greeting to our leader, Mazi Nkere. Greeting to our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. And for all our leaders that have been piloting this affair before our time. Our leader, Odumewu Ojukwu. Our leader, Mazi Philip Efiam. And for all our heroes and heroes, thank you all for your sacrifice. Today, the man who who have pushed us this far. For a few years now, the man, the Prime Minister, who we respect so much, for over a month, is with the Finnish authority, and they are on so-called question.
Hold on there, beg. Hey! Where are the vocabularies now, my brother? You need to be flowing. Where the vocabulary now? You are addressing the so-called 80 million Biafrans, and you are picking your words. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. You don't look lively. You are not looking bubbling, you know? When you are talking and you are addressing people, you must have a written script, you know, with a teleprompter or from your laptop or something. There must be a script. Speak boldly and make sure there is not too much space in what you are saying. You know, there is too much of space in every sentence. You did break like 5 times. What's going on here? Akbarawa, what's going on here? Okay, we'll continue.
And we all know the reason why it was called for question. Is because of what we are doing to restore Biafra. And to stop Biafra from being restored.
Hold it there. Now, you've made a little mistake. You said we all know why he was called for questioning. It's because of what we are doing to get Biafra. No. What the zoo said was they connived with the Southeast politicians, people like Bianca Ojukwu, the wife of Nnamdi Kanu, Uchechi Kanu, the DOS, and the rest of them. They wrote to Finland and they lied that Simon Ekpa was a killer of his people. They said all the bloodshed, all the mayhem happening in Southeast, according to them, is done by Simon Ekpa. This was done few weeks or few days to the convention. And Finland had to call him up to question him based on the allegations and accusations. So don't just say based on what we are doing. No, they came with a false narrative because what we are doing is not against the law. You understand? When you agitate for your freedom, when you are working towards a liberation of yourself, it is not against the law. The only reason why they called him for questioning was because the false narrative painted by the Southeastern politicians, working by those who are trying to destroy the structure of Simon Ekpa. That's the only reason why he was called for questioning. Now, I hope you understand that. And also, if you claim to be the acting prime minister, I hope you are speaking with the legal team of Obatobie. I hope they are giving you feedback. I hope you know what is going on. I hope you've spoken to him through what they call a triage, where you, the legal team, and Obatobie, they talk on a 3-way. I hope. Because what you are saying here is just a layman's discussion. You know, I've gotten nothing from what you said so far. But let's continue.
Likewise, our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, the Nigerian terrorist state kidnapped him from Kenya for the same reason. And while all this are going on, we're not going to fold our hands and just be watching. The Biafran Republic government in exile and the entire cabinet are working tirelessly.
Hold on there. This is the problem I'm having. You are taking us back to something that we did way back. We have gone beyond the Biafran Republic government in exile. Something happened on the 29th of May, 2024 to the 3rd of December, 2024. We redeclared Biafra. And from that date, Lord have mercy, we had a new name known as USB, United States of Biafra. From that day, the Biafra Republic government in exile ceased to exist. From that day, the name Brigi became a defunct name. From the 29th of November, my brother, everything became old and all things became new. From that date, we had the chief of staff that rose to the occasion to redeclare Biafra on behalf of Obatobie. And by so doing, by declaring USB, she became by proxy the deputy prime minister, because she was the second in command in the hierarchy of things, in the structure of Obatobie. I hope you understand that. So that was why she became a deputy prime minister. Because when you declare a country, it is different from the one we had when we were in exile. When you declare a country must have either a president and a vice president, a prime minister and a deputy prime minister. That's how it's done. And that is why, by proxy, it means the way it should be according to the natural law. Once we declared Biafra and we had the new name USB, the Biafra Republic government in exile went to the back burner. It went to the back seat, and USB became the new driver. And Obatobie is the prime minister of USB, and the deputy prime minister by proxy became the one. Lord have mercy. That's how it works. She became the deputy prime minister by proxy. That's how it works. At this point, let us continue. Let us hear what you've got to say. Let's continue. Listen.
See, to make sure that we do whatever we can for our boat leaders to be released.
Our boat leaders to be released.
And we have a good news coming from Finland today. And the good news from Finland today is about the communication of our prime minister. Because they restrict him from certain communication. And for that reason, we are not able to get as much information from him. That restriction have been lifted.
We don't have to. We are saying, free Simon Ekpa. My brother, good news but old news. Thanks but no thanks. What you are saying is a bit late, because we've heard all this from the deputy prime minister, Dr. Ngozi Oruabueze, the one that gets first-hand information from the legal team of Mazi Ekpa Simon Njoku. Perhaps you were not aware when she got the first information, first-hand in real time, that Simon Ekpa can now visit his family more frequently and also some guests. And the restrictions have been, relaxed to an extent. This was over a week ago, my brother, with all due respect. We heard this last weekend. So this one where they get now, this information is coming from a third party, not a direct contact from the legal team. That's the problem. Just like last week, we heard the Zoo government saying, 2 people were released. Simon Ekpa followers, 2 of them were released. Even though we know that on the 20th of December, the Deputy Prime Minister, Her Excellency, Dr. Ngozi Oruabueze, declared and told us that the 4 members held with Simon Ekpa has been released. So, just as the news from the Zoo media is late, I call them Johnny Come Lately. And it was not accurate, because 4 were released and those idiots, they were saying 2 were released. It came late and it was not accurate. So I can confidently call it a fake news. Same way what you are saying now came a bit too late. It is a hearsay because we already heard about this from the Deputy Prime Minister nearly a week ago. Okay, Nkere, what is going on? Okay, Nkere, because this thing you are doing, I can predict how the thing will end though. This thing you are doing now, when Obatobie comes out and bless the government of Dr. Ngozi Oruabueze, you will step up and say, Obatobie has been lied to. He's been blackmailed by Dr. Ngozi Oruabueze. Because of that, you and your people will continue to fight for Biafra your own way. And before you know it, you will create a parallel government against the government of Obatobie. I know how this thing will end. It has always been this way. You will blame Dr. Ngozi Oruabueze the same way you all blamed her in the meeting, in the secret video we watched. I was taken aback that something like that was happening all this while in the secrets. But in the public, you call Simon Ekpa, my boss, Obatobie, as if you love him. When he's speaking, you keep quiet. But in the private, when he's speaking, you are interrupting him. When he's speaking, Akbarawa, they interrupt him. When he's speaking, Bishop 555, they interrupt. Shakwa. You guys, you disgust me. I know how this thing will play out. When Obatobie comes out and ignores you guys, supports Dr. Ngozi Oruabueze, you will come out and say, Obatobie has been lied to, that while he was away, he was deceived, and because of that, you and your people will keep on fighting for Biafra. Biafrans, don't worry, I have the money. Our men on ground, we have the contact to them, and they must keep on doing the job they are doing. Okay, Nkere, I know how this thing will play out. I know how this thing will play out. Which is why I'm asking you, say, why are you doing this? You already feel down. You are downcasted. You are feeling this sober reflection. You are not happy. Because you ain't getting no feedback from Simon Ekpa, which is the right thing to do. But you are still being stubborn. You are still being stubborn. Yes, you were once the finance minister. Yes, you claim you use your money to do everything you did. But the government and Biafra must move on. You invested so much, as you claim. I hope all what you invested was a selfless effort, not a selfish effort. Because the only time somebody will behave the way you are behaving now is when they are doing something to get something back in return. When you are doing something with a selfish interest, that's the only time you behave the way you are behaving now. But let's continue.
Starting from now on, our Prime Minister will be free to make calls to those that are important, especially the Biafran people that have been waiting to know what is going on.
Okay, I dare you, I double dare you to come out and tell us the day he will make a call to you. When he makes that call to you, record it the way you record people's audio and all those things, and come and play to the Biafrans. If you can do that, then I will shield my sword and I will follow your command. Because I know the Deputy Prime Minister will be updating Obatobie the day-to-day activities of what you, Sonia Akbarawa, Pastor Vam, one name, why you, Vam, why you, why, Ogini, Vam, that's life. You, Akbarawa, Vam, The one they call Success. 555 Vision. All of Una. She is updating Obatobi. And the Obatobi I know, when he come out, the anger, he will unleash the fire, the flame of the dragon on you all. So I know what you will say is, Obatobi, I love you. They have lied to you. You have deviated from the movement. You have believed Dr. Ngozi Arabweze. She lied to you about everything. Because of that, I will form my own government and we shall keep on fighting the good fight to liberate Biafra. Biafra is not one man's business. It's everybody that owns Biafra. Okay, Nkere. I am not God. Neither am I a prophet. But these things I've said, mark my words, they will come to pass. They will come to pass. You and I, we know it. You know the game you are playing. The moment I heard you were paying people money, I knew you were buying their silence and you were buying their conscience, you know? So it's very, very sad that somebody like you was doing something like that. And unfortunately, you have bought their conscience. They belong to you. Those in the media you were paying money, you now have them in your pockets. And they must continue to follow you because they need that money. Just like Judas in the Bible. They sold their integrity. Lord have mercy. They sold their soul to the devil. And the price was cheap. Oyibo. You made them to sell their conscience to the devil. And the price was very, very cheap. Let's continue.
So we'll be getting more details directly from him.
From where?
We are happy for this development.
Uh-huh.
And I believe every Biafran, every meaningful Biafran that cares so much about our struggle, that cares so much about our leader, Simon Ekpa, that cares so much about the sacrifice that he has sacrificed for the Biafran people. He didn't just find himself there because he wanted to be there. It's because of the fight to free his people, Biafra. Likewise, our leader Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Our leader Mazin Nnamdi Kanu was not kidnapped from Kenya just because the Nigerian state terrorists want to kidnap him. They kidnap him for reason to stop Biafra from emerging as a nation. And the question for all of us is that, are we going to let the zoo terrorist country succeed? The answer is no.
If I give me, never. If you give me never. Those were your words on the 2nd of December. You were singing and shouting, provoking. You say, if you give me never. You say to the zoo, we do them 419. We trick them. We cajole them. They didn't see it coming. We do them 419. But you also made a statement. You made it to become about you. You said the date Biafra will be declared is 2nd of December. We cannot change the date. At that point, you went against your superior. I was worried when you were saying those things. You did gyrate, you did bamba for stage. Your superior was there. Your boss was there. Your first boss was there. Dr. Ngozi Rabweze, because she's ahead of you in grades in that government. And she declared Biafra on the 29th of November. But you on the 2nd of December, you said nobody can change the date. And you try to declare Biafra again, to redeclare on the 2nd of December. Not only that, you asked the people that signed the redeclaration on the 29th of November, you told them to go back and change the date next to the signature to the 2nd of December. That would have been the biggest 419 that would have made that document null and void. Because when a declaration is made on a particular day, all signatures, all signatures penned down on that day must bear the date of that day. So I thank God that you did not succeed in doing 419 to the Biafrans that were in that hall. Because if they had gone back to change the date from the 29th of November next to their signature to the 2nd of December, that would have made the document a fraudulent document, with all due respect. So when you said you did 419 to Nigeria, we used them, we dumped them, we cajoled them, all those things you were just saying on stage. No. The people you were trying to trick, the people you were trying to nullify what they did, the great job they did on the 29th of November, were the Biafrans. So to the Biafrans out there, I hope none of you went back to change your signature date. That would have been the biggest way Nigerian government would have succeeded in making the redeclaration of Biafra null and void. You see me? I was very vexed that day as you were shouting that what we did on the 29th means nothing. That you were going to Washington to speak with Mike. Mike is a third man in America. I told Mike, I am going to Finland. We are going to Finland. You have to catch yourself by saying, I am going to Finland. You know, we are going to Finland to redeclare Biafra on the 2nd of December. What will I tell Mike? That when we went to Finland, we changed the date? The date cannot change. If I never. I would just laugh and say, my God, what's going on here? What the hell in the name of God is going on here? Hi, God. Okay, Nkere, what's all this? I understand you feel you have invested so much, but nobody told you to use your own money to do anything. I'd rather get £1 million from 1 million people, £1 each from 1 million people to make it £1 million, than for one person to give me £1 million for a movement. Because that one person would not feel entitled. That self-entitlement is the problem. It is a virus in a movement. One man shouldn't have all that power. One man shouldn't have all that power. So while you were on stage, you did bamba, you did provoke, you said now you do everything, now you make a day possible with your money, you were able to organize our coming to Finland. I was taken aback. Because we, the Biafrans that came to Finland, we paid some money now. So when you made it all about you, that was when I knew that, of a truth, Oba Tobia must have been looking for a way to get you out of the government, because you became a nuisance. And you felt like you could do what he was doing. For the fact you were paying people money. You were paying the media, the voice of Biafra. The people that spearhead Biafra. You were paying them money. That was the biggest crime. That's worse than being a traitor. You were paying them to buy their loyalty. I thank God for our brother, Ugo 247, for coming out in the public to expose you. Ugo, may you live long. Your name has been painted in gold for coming out to say it in public. Obatobe must hear this one. I have made sure I documented everything. You were paying the media. You were paying the media money. Do you know the meaning of that? In a struggle, in a movement, everyone who comes out comes to volunteer. Very, very sad. But let's continue.
Our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, once said that our action.
This is a message for parents.
Our action.
Say it again.
Our action. That is what will provoke the Nigerian state to release our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Okay.
What we are doing out here matters. He applied to our leader, our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, as well.
Hold it there. You are wrong. What he said is, the only way we can release Nnamdi Kanu is through a prisoner exchange. Not by our action. It is through a prisoner exchange. Those were the last words of PM Simon Ekpa regarding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So don't come here and misquote my leader. Don't come here and misquote Obatobe. He never said our actions here were releasing Nnamdi Kanu. No, Nigerian government, we know them now. We know them very well. The only way Oyendu will be released is through a prisoner exchange. You should know what that means. So if you are a real follower of Simon Ekpa, you will know the latest gospel according to the books of Mazi Ekpa, Simon Njoku. Let's continue.
Our action, what we are doing, matters.
Okay.
The world is watching. They are weighing us. They are trying to see our response. Just like the terrorist state, Nigeria, what they be doing for the past few days in Iamufo and Osumu community as well. They are waiting to see our response. We can't play all our dice out for them to know what the response will be. But they believe we will respond. And no matter what they threw on us, no matter the bullet, we will take it and we will still fight. So fellow Biafrans, in Finland, with this development, we are happy that our Prime Minister can communicate more with his loved ones. When I say with his loved ones, not just with his children, family member, with his people, Biafra. Because Biafra is our Prime Minister loved one.
Okay, but I want to put it to you now that if he starts to communicate with the Deputy Prime Minister and not with you, will you step down and bow out gracefully? Or will you come out and say, Simon Ekpa has been deceived? He has been lied to by Dr. Ngozi Arabweze and the likes. Because of that, you and your people, you will now create your own government and keep on fighting for Biafra in your own way. Because I know your plan is to sabotage the good work of Simon Ekpa. Seeing what I've seen, knowing what I know, that plan is dead on arrival. And everything in the secret will be revealed soon and very soon when Obatobie is free with us. My only sadness, my only dismay is that when that video was leaked of the private meeting you were having with Obatobie, I was very sad. I was bitter to see the way you guys, you speak to Obatobie, our prime minister. He is our prime minister. When he's talking, you guys, you are interrupting him. When he says, let's go Ngozi Orabueze, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, you guys should get angry. You formed a cabal in the government of Simon Ekpa. Very, very painful and sad. That even Obatobie in the public, he will hold all those things in. Keep it civil and speak in the public the normal way. And you guys will pretend as if everything is fine, everything is okay, everything is sweet. And you pretend and you adore him, you worship him in the public. But in the private, you guys, you attack him. You and your dirty dogs, you attack him. You interrupt him. A woman there said the rep from Canada. He was shouting at Obatobie. She said Obatobie has been biased to her. Hey! And when Obatobie said, okay, you can leave now, the prime minister spoke to her. You can leave. She said, no, I will not go. Biafra is not a one-man thing. I will not go anywhere. In the private, you are shouting at a prime minister. Our prime minister. You were shouting at our prime minister. Okay, Nkere. You see, for you, I've been calm all this while. I've been observing. But when this war go starts, it go be the time when we say, Obatobie don't come out. Don't support the government of Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, which I know he would do. And you and your cohorts, it's now coming to disturb, to attack, to disrupt the good jobs that we are doing as USB, because you are still saying you belong to the Biafra Republic government in exile, something that died, a defunct government. It ended on the 29th of May. Everybody when get sense, every Tom, Dick and Harry that has brain would know, say, the moment you declare USB, that same day, Briggy don't pack their load, keep for somewhere. When I will come for you will be the time when Obatobie is here with us speaking. And you guys come out. You, Akbarawa, Vam, you come out and say Simon Ekpa has been lied to. You know, you will say Delilah has lied, like Samson in the Bible. Like the story of Samson. Delilah has got Obatobie. That will be the time when I will say, okay, it is time for war. And trust me, I will go all out. For now, I'm still leaving you guys because sometimes they say you don't throw away the baby and the bath water. For the fact that 1 or 2 or 3 Biafrans are still listening to you guys, I will shield my sword and keep on praying, observing, and hoping that this madness does not get out of hand until our leader, Obatobie, is back to continue the good job he's doing. Let's continue.
Prime Minister loved Biafra so much.
Okay.
That's the reason why he denounced the terrorist country called Nigeria.
Okay.
In one of his live broadcasts, he threw the Nigerian passport into pieces, showing that he had nothing to do with the terrorist state called Nigeria. And he also returned the medal he won for the terrorist state, Nigeria. He denounced Nigeria. And he embraced and made Biafran his people. And he showed Biafran people love. And he showed, being a true leader, you have to lead by example. He fight, and push us to this far. The progress we make in the past 3-2, the today update, is how he facilitates the movement of Biafra to make sure that we redeclare Biafra and actualize Biafra. With this great sacrifice that he has offered for Biafran people, we will never forget him. We will always be with him in our prayers, spiritually, physically, and otherwise. We are happy that we can now communicate more with him and know more about what is going on. With that, the Biafran people can now be rest assured that in no distant time he will be here with us. Thank you, fellow Biafrans. All fingers would cross. Our Prime Minister will shortly join us as soon as possible. Finland is not zoo that don't abide and respect the rule of law. I strongly believe, we Biafra strongly believe, the Biafra Republic government in exile and its cabinet strongly believe that Finland will do the right thing. And we ask them to do the right thing. We have reminded them how they remember, how they remind their children back in 1967 to 1970 that whenever they are eating, they should remember that Biafran children are starving.
You are watching my videos. Yeah, well, he's also my student. I make that, revelation about 2 weeks ago when I was speaking directly to the president of Finland, Alexander Stubb, where I told him two things. When the children of Finland are eating their food and they refuse to eat, the parents will scold them and tell them to remember the children of Biafra that cannot eat. In fact, I will come with the revelation for you guys, because I've been doing my research on Finland. In your zoo, there's a song. That was a Finnish song converted to English. In the schools of Finland, they were singing that. Do you hear me?